Okay, after a long day of listening, so I think maybe you are tired. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Eric Zhao from Huawei. So today my topic is 5G era IoT, opening all business connected era. So the first from 3GPP point of view, we think 5G including two parts, 5G new radio and 5G era IoT. So that means, according to 3GPP definition, so start from release 15, IoT evolution is part of 5G. This is clear. So we think IoT its evolution in 5G era is continuously, evolving along with customer requirement. Let me explain one by one. 3 steps. So in the first one, if the operator have their 4G network, the phase one, the most important thing is coverage. So for the coverage point of view, for example, in UK, currently we have like 90% of population covered by 5G, but you can see for the numbers, so for the geographic coverage is only 22%. So that means the 4G coverage still have a big potential for UK. So this is only an example. For globally, also it's that means IoT evolution have a big requirement for the coverage to be improved. And then phase two, for example, for some operators, for the reason of the smartphone and also the development of the tariff, for example, unlimited tariff. So for these reasons, the data usage increase significantly. For example, in UK, 46% of increase of DUU each month, each year. And last but not least is for today. So some advanced, developed operators, they start to considering the experience. For example, the voice quality, the data speed, and the 4G availability, and also last but not least is the latency. So from the third party or from Huawei point of view, we think in the future the business comes from 4 parts. So still the personal life is the most big part, and also the family life, like the things connect to home. So it's still the most important part. And also the third one is the social life, and last but not least is a big future is the industrial machine things. And from for the revenue increase point of view, we think the the revenue growth comes from the more DUU and the better experience and new business. So the common understanding from this industry, so from both from the Vodafone, T-Mobile, Telefónica, and also China Mobile, they think all business developing more new business is most important thing in the future. And from the coverage point of view, Huawei have following consideration. For example, the urban coverage is transfer or expand from outdoor to indoor. And for the rural coverage is expand from the population to the geographic. And last but not least is for the Internet of Things requirement. So extend our coverage from human to things. And from a solution point of view, we have 2 parts. The part 1, that means is our hardware solution or our product. That means we have macro site, and we have a rural site solution, and we have a dedicated, small cell or, dedicated solution for certain scenarios. So Huawei support full scenario, all scenarios. The second one is above on the hardware, we have some software or some know-how technology things to improve the coverage. For example, the high frequency and low frequency coordination to extend the coverage, and also we have rural coverage for the LTE 1800, and the third one is for the narrowband Internet of Things. We also have a solution to extend the coverage. Okay, this is the coverage part. From capacity point of view, we also have 3 solutions to improve the capacity 10 times. The first one is, we think, based on our latest single RAN platform, all band can be smoothly refarming to LTE, and at the same time, because we have cloud air solution, we can support multi-technology in same frequency band, and it can also use the existing band, and also can be used supporting LTE. And the second one is the site densification. For example, we have site solution to support more easily site acquisition things. The third one is advanced MIMO technology. For example, we have MIMO technology using in both FDD and the TDD, and combined with the TM9 technology, the capacity can be significantly improved. And we still also have another technology. For example, our antenna can be split one sector into 2 sectors. From that point of view, we can also almost double the capacity. Okay. From the experience point of view, as we mentioned it, we have latency. So today, based on our latest solution, we can support one-way reduce scheduling latency is less than 20 millisecond. That means 90% of the use case can be covered with today's technology. And in the phase 2, with 3GPP release 15, we can support one-way latency less than 10 millisecond. And in extremely conditions, we can reach even 1 millisecond. Okay, from the connection point of view, narrowband IoT and eMTC already defined in 3GPP, the latest release. So the further enhancement of these 2 technology is 5G era technology, Internet of Things. So from Huawei point of view, Huawei is issued the first NB-IoT commercial solution in 2017, and after that, Huawei keep on follow the 3GPP standard, and also contribute a lot to the 3GPP standard. So for that point of view, so the green one is R14, and the green one is R13. So compare these 2 different versions. So the from the capacity, coverage, throughput, all of them have a significantly improved. And Huawei will also put a lot of resource to improve the NB-IoT technology in the future to reach the 5G requirement. And from the business case point of view, so currently we have more than 100 commercial network before end of 2018, and more than 45 commercial network is currently. And from the use case point of view, it's more than 40 industries. And from a partner point of view, Huawei have currently overall more than 1,000 partners globally. So as for the wireless to X, WTTX, we think WTTX will be, reshape the home broadband. So from the year to year, increase of the connections. So each year is more than 50% of the connections, increase for the WTTX, and this contributes a lot to the total revenue growth of some operators. For example, in telecom, so more than 30%, 31% of the total revenue increase comes from this kind of new business. And last but not least, the most important, new business case is connected cars, cellular V2X. So I give you example. In China, for example, we think Chinese government think this connected car based on IoT is the most important technology for the future. So they have three targets, three ambitions. The first one is by 2020, 90% of the cities or the urban and the highways should be covered by this kind of technology. And by year 2025, so 100% of the new vehicles, new cars, should be supported this kind of technology. And before end of 2035, so there should be, the target is achieve, the safety, efficiency, green and intelligent vehicle society. This is the target. And by, to reach this target, so three ministries from China, cooperate together to, to put their effort on this target. It's like the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, Ministry of Transportation, and Ministry of Public Safety. So that means connected car will be realized in China very fast and very soon. So the last page is, so from 5G era IoT open all business connected era from three parts. So the first one is the standard continuous evolution. 3GPP R15 and plus onwards is 5G. So that means IoT is part of 5G. The second one is hardware evolution. So with the Huawei latest Singularity Pro, so it's ready for both new radio and IoT. And the third one from a spectrum point of view, so since Huawei latest Singularity platform can support cloud air, technology, so both IoT and new radio can be, smoothly, transfer, refinement to each other based on the requirement. And the fourth one is agriculture, architecture, evolution. So the last one is the business evolution. So incubate the new business since from today. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Eric.
sir.
Thank you. We'll just see if there are any questions for Eric.
I think maybe
Well,
it's late.
It's
Everybody's tired. Yeah, I saw they're tired. So
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
very fast.
That's okay. We appreciate that. Just briefly, you've got your five aspects here. Talking earlier during the panel session about architecture versus technology evolution and
Yes,
how there's so much you can do in an LTE environment already to migrate towards a 5G type environment. I mean, on the architecture side, what about, say, things like network slicing? Can you start doing these sort of, introducing these kinds of services in LTE in readiness for the transition to a 5G network? How far can you take that in terms of LTE?
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you should be on.
So it's from Huawei point of view, Huawei Singular Pro, as yesterday Peter mentioned, Huawei latest platform is Singular Pro. So Singular Pro have three very capabilities. The first one is all-in-one. That means all technology will be supported by this platform. So that means one RU, one radio part can support different technologies. And the second one is agile architecture. That means more or less like slicing. I can explain later. So the last one is automation. That means improve the efficiency, like something like intelligence. So I explained the slicing thing is in Huawei part we call it agile architecture. So that means we are continuing doing that. So the first one what we are doing is for the cloud air. So we're doing like a different technology. You can easily smooth transfer to each other. And then later on, for example, if we trying to planning LTE dedicated slicing in the next version, but it's not announced in the market. Yeah.
Okay.
We have such plan, because this is a requirement. I think is the plan in R16. I think is one of the candidates. I think.
Okay, so that's in the next release of.
It's not defined yet, but we have it's under discussion for that.
Under discussion, will form part of release 16.
Yeah, based on the market requirement.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If there are no questions, right? Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.